Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is episode 3 of DEA Sports Talks with your hosts, Adele Lara, Dylan Police, and Anthony Fazio.
As always, we're going to start the show off with the top performers of the previous week. At QB, we had Russell Wilson in the Seattle Texans game. It was a very high-scoring game. I think it almost broke records. I'm pretty sure.
I think it was 41-38.
Yeah, it broke records. I think it was like the third highest scoring game in the last 10 years or something like that. But Russell Wilson scored 47 points in total in fantasy. He had 452 passing yards and 4 touchdowns, and he led the Seahawks to a win on Sunday night.
Yeah, talking about that Seahawks game, let's talk about wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins for the Texans. He had a day as he had 8 receptions, 224 yards, and a touchdown. It was a great performance, and not only that, he was just absolutely obliterating the Legion of Boom. They were nowhere to be seen that day.
At the running back spot, we had LaShawn McCoy having a breakout day for once. He had 27 rushes, 151 yards, and a touchdown, 29 points. Also had 6 receptions for 22 yards on the day. McCoy's been very inconsistent, I want to say.
He scored his first touchdown in 6 weeks last week.
Yeah. But he had 2 last week, so I mean, he's finally becoming that top back that everyone expects him to be, and coming out as a top running back in this week.
Yeah, I think he's got a lot of upside with the season going forth. Now on to waiver wire pickups. With the new news of the Eagles acquiring Jay Ajayi, just happened a few hours ago from us recording this show. My pickup is going to be Damian Williams. He's the backup running back for Miami right now, so he should be stepping into the starting role for the Dolphins. He's only owned in 0.3% of leagues at the time of this recording. He's definitely my number 1 acquisition for this week, and I think if he's available in your league, you should definitely go out and try to get him.
All right, my waiver wire pickup for the week is none other than Steelers wide receiver Juju Smith-Schuster, as he is owned in 29% of the leagues, and he really had a day last time. He lit up the scoreboard as he put up over 100 receiving yards. It was a great performance.
He had 32 points. I think he had almost 200 yards, a touchdown, and 9 receptions.
We had 97 reception late in the game.
The kid's only 19 years old. It's just amazing. And then if you follow him on social media, on Twitter,
yeah, he's all over Twitter.
He's one of the funniest people you'll ever hear.
I ended up actually picking him up last week. He was on my bench. I still got the win, but he had 32 points sitting on my bench.
As a unexpected trade happened, as the Patriots traded away backup quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo to the 49ers, you can now expect him to be the starter in San Fran. I mean, the quarterback there before wasn't doing good at all, but Jimmy being behind Brady all of his career, you can definitely think that he's going to be not as good as Brady, but he'll be good. And he's only owned in 0.9% of leagues as of right now. So if you need a quarterback and your quarterback has a bye, I would pick up Jimmy Garoppolo with the Niners.
Yeah, I think that's about all Jimmy Garoppolo is going to be this year. He's going to be more of a streamer kind of QB. I mean, he's good, don't get me wrong, but he doesn't have a lot of weapons. He did well when he started for the first 2 games last year.
Yeah,
he did well, but he also has the Patriots O-line, all those receivers.
Nothing against Jimmy or anything, but you can't really expect anything out of him. As the last time a backup quarterback for the Patriots was Matt Castle, and everyone thought he was going to be the successor to Brady. Sadly, they were mistaken, as he just turned out to be a bust. And hopefully Jimmy doesn't turn out to be a bust, but it's looking like that.
I think Jimmy's going to be good because, Brady is the best quarterback ever in the game, having 5 rings. Jimmy also has a couple rings. But, watching Brady's whole entire career, I think he'll be good, so.
All right, so now moving on to who we're cutting this week. News broke this week that Zeke is going to be missing 6 more weeks due to the suspension. That brings it to it's week 8 right now, so.
It'll bring you to the second round of the fantasy playoffs.
Yeah, I wouldn't keep him on a roster. That's just a waste of a spot, in my opinion. I mean, maybe in really deep leagues you keep him just in hopes for, because the second round of playoffs is that's a semis. Yeah. So that's a long shot. So that's why I'm cutting him. That's a big part that's missing for Dallas right there, though.
Yeah, my cut for the week is Matt Moore, as he played the Ravens this week and got absolutely obliterated by that defensive line. But, I mean, hopefully the Dolphins pick it up after this, because Matt Moore just terrible showing by him. 3 points, it's atrocious.
Yeah, it looks like the Dolphins are getting rid of their whole entire team.
Looks
Getting
like
rid
they're
of
coming to
Jay
rebuild.
Ajayi. Also trying to trade Jarvis Landry away. But my cut for the week is quarterback from the Tennessee Titans, Marcus Mariota. I had Mariota probably top 7 or 8 in at quarterbacks come in this year, but he's done nothing good at all. He only put up 8 points last week against the Browns, and he's just not worth starting him. So I'll probably come this week and pick someone up.
All right, so now we're gonna look at my lineup for this week. Quarterback, I'm still riding strong with Carson Wentz. He's gonna ride or die all season. Somehow he's still available in 6.4% of leagues, which is kind of ridiculous. He should be owned in all leagues and started in all leagues. Then I got Kareem Hunt. He's playing against Dallas on Sunday. I got Melvin Gordon on a bye, so I'm gonna end up starting Rob Kelly, or depending on who I get from the waiver wire, they'll be filling that spot. I got AJ Green against Jacksonville. He should have a big day. Kelvin Benjamin against Atlanta. Evan Ingram against the Rams. And then right now, flex, I got Wendell Smallwood against Denver.
All right, my team is looking like quarterback. You have none other than Brett Hundley from UCLA, quarterback for Green Bay. You got Adrian Peterson at running back. Marlon Mack, a very underrated player, but he averages a good 14 points at a running back position, which is very good for any league. You got wide receiver Michael Crabtree, wide receiver Will Fuller the fifth, tight end Zach Ertz, and at flex I have none other than Nelson Aguilar himself. And at defense I have very talented Jacksonville defense.
All I have right now is Alex Smith at quarterback playing Dallas, Todd Gurley playing the Giants, maybe DeMarco, he's questionable at running back 2 playing Baltimore, and in my 2 wide receiver spots and my tight end spot I do not have anyone yet because I have to pick people up off waiver wires, maybe make a trade or 2. But I have Bilal Powell in the flex and Matt Bryant kicking, and that's all I have for right now for this week.
All right, that concludes our episode 3 for DA Sports. Stay tuned next time and keep on playing fantasy.